Back in Syracuse as the Crunch gets set for the final game of the weekend. Tonight it's against the Laval Rocket. Third game of the week for the Crunch. 2 straight wins to start the week and 6 straight overall for Syracuse. On Countdown to Crunch Time, I'm Lukas Favale with Crunch assistant coach Karl Goehring, presented by Supercuts. Karl, it's the third game of the week. The Crunch have 2 wins to start the week. Yesterday it was a come-from-behind victory, 3-2 over the Binghamton Devils. What did you see from your perspective in the game last night?
It was great perseverance by our group. It was kind of a choppy game through the first couple periods and hit a couple posts and a little bit of frustration there, and it's easy to let that sink in, but I thought our guys just did a great job sticking with it, and the power play was obviously key in us generating a couple goals and coming back there for the win.
Yeah, from my count, and I could be off by a couple, but I had 5 posts in the first 2 periods. I mean, it was incredible, and like you said, you stuck with it. I'm sure it's hard at that point to try to stay calm and keep going with what was, I guess, working, although hadn't produced any goals. So how do you guys go about doing that?
Well, it's just sticking to our game and what we need to do. Again, I've been there. It's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to take yourself out of the game, but being mentally strong, sticking to the things that you know you need to do to be successful. And again, our guys did a great job of doing that and finding a way last night. And
it was a 3-2 win for the Crunch, 3 goals in under 3 minutes. It was a big turnaround in the third period. Again, from my count, there was 5 posts in the first 2 periods, but no scoring. It was a 1-0 Devils lead. They take a 2-1 lead. But what really changed, if anything, in that third period where the offense started to click a bit for the Crunch?
Again, I look at the power play. It was a great momentum swing for us. Obviously, Matthew Pekka making a great play and getting that in was a huge boost for our guys. And it's funny on nights like that. Sometimes all you need is one one goal or something to swing things around, and I thought that was kind of the key moment of the game for us.
Yeah, the floodgates kind of opened after that for the next couple of minutes, and it was 3 goals in under 3 minutes, back-to-back power play goals, and the power play's obviously been struggling a bit over the last couple of weeks, but just to get that 1 goal on the 5-on-3, it seemed like after that they get the next one, and the confidence was boosted from there. So how important was that first one just to see the puck go in the net?
Well, I think huge, and especially after seeing all the posts. It's easy to get that mindset of thinking, it's one of those nights, but then to see one go in, now it kind of sparks you a little bit and gives you a little bit of hope, and you could see our guys kind of feed off that.
Crunch beat the Devils last night 3-2. It's the 5th straight win overall against the Devils, but it's clearly a much improved team from what we saw a few months ago. Much more challenging game last night, but the Crunch find a way to come out with a win, and that was certainly impressive against a much improved team.
Yeah, absolutely. They're give them a lot of credit. Boy, they've turned things around for themselves and are going the right way here. And boy, that was a tough team to play against last night. I thought they were physical on us, and I thought they were skating. So it really was a good test for our group, and certainly a good lesson for us to be ready for anybody, regardless of record.
Yeah, and tonight it's the Laval Rocket, the team that is on the outside of the playoff picture, looking in their 5th place in the conference. Crunch have won now 6 consecutive games. It's the 3rd winning streak that has gone for 6 or more games, a winning streak of 10, a winning streak of 9. What is with this team that has the propensity to go on these long streaks? I mean, what's going on here?
It's fun to watch our group, but obviously just speaks to the ability and character that we have in the room. Guys really buy in, and when we play like we can do these special things here. So hopefully we keep seeing that. Hopefully we keep seeing that. When we play our game, when we're skating, when we're playing with pace, we can do some special things.
And after the game yesterday, some of the guys were saying, well, the first 2 periods we didn't really play our game at least to the level that we can. But when we see this group go out and play that game, I mean, you can see what happens. 3 goals in 3 minutes. So that is, I guess, one of the messages as well, to go out there, play that full game, and it's hard to beat this team when they do.
Right, absolutely. And I think that's a big lesson is that the focus really needs to be on our game. We obviously need to be aware of our opponents as best we can, but at the end of the day, it's on how we are playing, and that's the big factor for us having success and will be going forward.
And that game-winning goal was scored by the captain, Eric Condra. It was kind of a good play on the forecheck. You take the puck away. Daniel Walcott gets it, feeds it to Matthew Pekka. Maybe a lucky break for the Crunch as well, but it all worked out. But it all started with a good play on the forecheck to take the puck away at the blue line, and that's one of the characters of this team is that hard physical play. What did you see on that play there?
Yeah, I think you gave great description there. A little bit of a broken play, but again, it starts with skating, starts with getting the spots and pressuring the other team. And I thought Walcott did a great job in doing that and generating an opportunity, and it ended up being the game winner.
Yeah, the Crunch won the game 3-2, 3 goals in less than 3 minutes to turn a 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 victory over the Devils. Tonight it's the Laval Rocket. It's the seventh matchup of the year between the teams, the third of 4 here in this building. Obviously, a lot of familiarity between these two teams. Played a couple weeks ago here. What can we expect here tonight?
I think similar. They're a physical team. They've got some skill, and we've got to be prepared for them. Again, the focus needs to be on us and what we're doing, playing with pace, skating, and that's kind of a big emphasis for us. Make sure that we're jumping like we can, and good things will happen.
All right, we're looking forward to it as the Crunch take on the Laval Rocket for the 7th time this year. This is Crunch assistant coach Karl Goehring. Karl, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Lukas.